that I'm no joke. No joke, baby, I'm no joke. Oh, na, na, na. No joke, baby, I'm
Hi guys, today we've got a very interesting topic and it's to do with your friendship group. And today's topic is, does your friendship group have a major impact on your life? Now, as we've got our beautiful King Rems here, we've got our lovely baby Lara, we've got Porsche and our fabulous Iysh. So girls, your friendship group, let's talk about this.
I would say it does and it doesn't, because just say for instance, if I know someone that's selling themselves on OnlyFans, don't mean I'm selling myself on OnlyFans.
Hold on. People are buying house from OnlyFans, yeah?
No, but you know what? Okay then, so at the cost of what? Showing everyone what your pussy looks like.
But this girl ain't doing it for Happy Meal, so what?
We're going straight in, okay,
so
thanks
what?
guys.
Okay, do you know what? I'm not gonna knock somebody else's hustle.
Listen, if I was a feminine female, I'd be out here busting it down on the OnlyFans. Subscription, $13.99. $13.99. Listen, that Megan Branson Hansen girl, yeah? 800 grand a month.
Let me tell you something, there's certain gal, on OnlyFans. Like you said, there's gal that bust it open for a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
There's gal on OnlyFans that look like Happy Meal boxes and they ain't getting that $13.99 a month. They might as well come off of OnlyFans.
Damn, let's leave it right here.
Droopy's ears. No one ain't going for that.
Okay, so what are we going into? Are we going into birds of the same feather?
This is what I'm saying. So just because you might sell yourself on OnlyFans and you might be my friend, I might support you in your hustle, but I might not condone that. But I might still be your friend. However, on the flip side, I have some friends who I only link up with to go party.
Yeah, I don't think it's indicative. Like, you need to have a mix of friendships. You need to have, like, your spiritual friends. You need to have your party friends, your sport friends, your friends that you can talk financial investments with. Friends. Yeah, I think you do need to have a broader spectrum of friends. It's kind of like interests. You can't just be interested in one thing. So I don't think birds of a feather flock together per se. But if all your friends are hoes, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, I think that it might be roast Peking duck, bro. I'm just saying.
My friend could be a hoe.
Are you trying to say all your friends are hoes?
No, actually, none of my friends are actually hoes.
No, they're not.
No, they're actually not. No, none of them.
All right,
no, do you have OnlyFans?
No, listen, I'll take free OnlyFans, innit? I ain't paying for none.
Well, I've got a friend,
Yeah.
You might be interested, She goes around asking girls.
I'm a virgin.
Well, actually, she's not my friend.
Oh, wait, now she's not your friend?
Ex-friend.
Okay, because she's a hoe.
I'm not going to say she's a hoe. What? She's just down there right now.
Damn, son.
Damn, son.
She goes around asking other females, do you want to come and do some girl-on-girl content with me for my OnlyFans? Would you be interested? And she'll break some bread off with you.
No. I gotta be the owner of that.
You just said
listen. Wait. I gotta be the owner of that said propriety. You can't be out here. Listen, you see this kind of golden stuff right here. Listen, premium goods.
No, but okay, so I want to say, but do you guys think men should be cautious? So you see, Iysh just said that she's got a friend that does OnlyFans, does a lesbian thing or whatever. Iysh has now, ex-friend, Iysh has now brought that to you and so men need to be wary of how us girls do actually move, because she's just bought something that her friend that she doesn't agree with does and brought it to you, and maybe if you're a different type of person you could be like, actually,
no,
hit me up after the show, let me see.
No.
So, but then it's sort of like flocking together. She's not trying to get you to do anything. You don't necessarily need to do it. But again, does this get translated through your friendship groups that people will offer you things, make you be a part of this kind of crew?
No, I think this is why,
quickly, sorry to interrupt you. I do believe that friendship groups are multidimensional.
Agreed,
so I don't agree that you guys are friends based on only one shared characteristic or one shared interest, etc., etc. So, for instance, you could have, you mentioned something about you've got friends that you go partying with, you've got friends who you probably share the same interests because you're both mums, you've got friends who you probably met at school and you both, I don't know, study together or whatever, exactly. So there's certain elements you won't know about that person because you haven't really been brought into that part of their life only because you've never really shared that interest. So let's just say, for instance, you've never gone partying with a certain individual before, so you don't know how she behaves. She could have the biggest reputation on ends.
And you end up at Afro Nation with her.
Yeah, you just don't know about that only because you only go to school with that girl. And when you lot get together, it's mainly about schoolwork, etc., etc. My whole thing about this friendship thing, slowly going away from the whole hoe stuff and whatever, I personally believe that your friends set your standards. ultimately. Like, your friends set your standards.
To a degree.
There was they set your standards. So, and I'll explain, because I remember there was a certain point in my life, where I was younger, whatever, things weren't going great, etc., etc., etc. I was feeling a bit depressed, whatever, cool. And the certain girls I had around me, they're not the same girls I'll have around me now. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Now I've got, like, I'm not saying that education holds high value. It does to a certain extent, but now I've got educated women around me. I've got women who are doing so well in the career fields that they're in, and they've got top jobs, do you know what I mean? And I can hold proper conversations with them. We can have articulate conversations, we can have intelligent conversations. It's not just about gossip, like the girls I used to chill with when I was much more younger and I don't know where my life was heading, sort of thing. It's not about, oh yeah, this is what this person's doing. It's not about just designer wear or etc., etc. So I do believe your friends set the standards. Because I'm around them, I've achieved so much. And there's healthy comparisons as well. I was able to say, do you know what? Like, let's just say, for instance, like when I got my masters and stuff like that, it wasn't a big celebration for me because
Big celebration, man. Big up yourself.
But those girls around me who were achieving the same thing, so for me, they set the norm. Whereas if I had been around the same girls before, I don't think I would have gone to university because they wouldn't have encouraged me. They wouldn't have made me seem, okay, that's possible in the first place. B, if I did happen to go to university whilst chilling with these sort of girls, etc., etc., the party they would have thrown me, not that it's a bad thing, but because it's just like, wow. Whereas the girls I'm around now, they were happy for me, but it was just like, they've set the norm. It's just a normal thing.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean, but at the same time, it also, you have to have multi-dimensional people around you. So just because somebody doesn't have a master's and may not be as career focused, they may be more spiritually balanced. They may be more family oriented. So having that multi-dimensional friendships around you, you're going to have your career goal friends. You're going to have your friend, like me and Clint hit the gym. He's my gym guy. You see what I'm saying to you? But then I've got like me and Jimmy talk philosophically, and then Ursi, we talk spiritually. So it's all different. It doesn't mean just because somebody hasn't got a master's.
And that's not what I'm not saying. No, you took my words differently.
But you said it sets the standard. No, it doesn't necessarily set different areas. Yeah, but it's multi-dimensional.
I understand what she's saying.
In different areas.
I used to have friends that every single time we'd go out, they'd get into fights.
This is me. This is me.
You're the one that's fighting.
No. Obviously, like, where I come from, like, all my brethren, they're hood bitches. I can't lie. They're all hood bitches.
Do they know this?
Of course they know it.
But say if not, they fucking don't know.
Like, they're hood bitches. I be telling them all the time, like...
Then why you hang with them?
Look, because wait, yeah, you see these, like, I don't even have a lot of friends, but you see my hood friends, they're my friends that I grew up with. Do you understand? So, just because we're always going to be friends, like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, every time, like, in the last couple of years, whenever we'd go out, we'd get into fights. Sometimes they'd go viral, sometimes they wouldn't see the internet. But we'd always be getting into fights to the point where we're blacklisted. We can't even get into parties because they just know them girls, they're gonna come and fight. So I'm saying to them, like, raw, like...
Do you be winning the fights though?
Of course, of course. Like, you see, like with me, I don't want to be that person where attached to my name, she might fight. So I'm trying to stay away from that. So bearing in mind, I haven't had a fight in 2 years. So...
You're retired now, huh?
I've retired.
Hang up the gloves.
I had to, because when I got niggas that I really, really like saying, you're not feminine enough for me. Like, who wants a woman that's fighting every single weekend?
It comes back on you.
And it's real shit.
Just tell him, but I'm winning, babes.
Not even forget the guys.
Listen, you see when they're going to these proper lit parties, you can't come because what are you going to be doing? What, fighting a bitch that's looking at me?
Not even that. Forget the guys for yourself. Just why am I out fighting? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
But the other weekend now, I linked up with them. And it's like, I haven't really been rolling with them like that for a good little while, but I linked up with them and we're going to a party. All I'm hearing is, listen, you're not going to be seeing that girl's wig got dragged off. No, you're going to be seeing that girl stamp that girl's face into the ground. I'm saying blood, but not these hood bitches no more, please.
You're growing up.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I have to distance myself from them because if I see my friend fighting, I'm fighting, I don't care. I'm not going to leave my friend to fight. I'm going to fight with my friend. But if I distance myself from these people, then the likelihood is I'm not going to be in these situations anymore.
Yeah, you're transitioning it because they were your friends for a period in time where you saw yourself within that context.
Do you know what I mean?
And as you grow, you kind of outgrow people.
But then that's where it goes back to what I was saying before you misconstrued what I said, was that they set the norm for you. I use my masters as an example, not to say that, do you know what I mean? Like, there's obviously different dimensions and stuff like that, but Whereas before it was your normality to get into these sort of fights, etc., etc. Believe it or not, I used to chill with similar girls back in the day. I will not find what conversations would we have? Do you know what I mean?
I think it's indicative of personal experience, because for me, I think my friendship group is so eclectic that it's like the norm for me for one person is different with the other. So I definitely understand what you're saying, but I think for me, I'm just a little bit more
when we talk about
flexible.
norms, we're talking about standards here, and that's the main thing, the standards.
So let me go on that, Porsche. So I had a lot of I got a lot of friends actually, male and female, and when I was younger, I went to school, and the majority of my friends that I went to school with has not been educationally leveled up or successful as me. I've got 3 degrees and
it's cold in here. You've got 3 degrees. It's cold in this bitch.
Well, what can I say? I've got 3 degrees and none of my friends have that much. And a couple are catching me up though. Proud
but does that mean they're not good enough to be around you?
No. However, if what she was saying is basically her group, so you share the same values and more. So none of my friends when I was younger was really on that educational thing, whereas I was. I believe that it comes from even the way you're raised, the way you're up. Well, I remember I used Lewisham. Me and my girls always went Lewisham. A bag of my friends used to get teeth out of Lewisham. Teeth, body shop everywhere. Teeth. No, allegedly. Disclaimer. No snitching. They used to steal all the time.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
Allegedly.
So I've heard. I would never go with them to steal because one, it's just not in my thing. 2, I'm afraid of my mum busting my ass, right? So I do feel like even from the home, your friendship group will dictate to you, because your mum will tell you if you're hanging around with your friend as a whole.
Yeah, you see the manipulation in me. If I didn't want to steal, I would have had them teeth in for me.
Disclaimer for me, I'm not going to make my friend in TV, but you know what, I should have known that. Why did I not think about it?
But do you feel like men and female relationships differ? Because I feel like reflectively, male friendships tend to last longer than female friendships. And I don't know whether that's in my experience it has been, like seeing like kind of like from school days, who are still friends and who are not. A lot of the man them are still like close-knit, like at baby showers and shit, whereas a lot of the women aren't. Why is that? Like, I'm just like...
Men stay out of each other's business.
We're going to go right there because she's going to fight me. That's the WBC champ right there. I don't want to...
No, it's not that. It's loyalty. Loyalty does not have a gender. It's the person. It's loyalty, because you see with girls, I know girls that have been friends forever. You see my mum's got friends that she's been friends with from before I've even been born. They're my aunties.
Is it generational then? Because I don't know if a lot of our generation carry that same loyalty and value.
Even us, I've got friends that I've been friends with forever. We don't really get into problems. If we do get into problems, I'm not gonna go carry your business. You're not gonna go carry mine. It's until we buck up again, innit? I'll see you, innit? But you see with guys now, I've seen guys come up together, and because one man is on more than what the next man's on, you wanna line him up. You want what's his, yeah? I've seen man hungry, robbing their brethren. Yeah, getting their brethren kidnapped, held for ransom, fucking their women.
That's a level of kidnapping that I can't follow with.
Are you saying female friendships are better or men friendships
what I'm trying to say, I'm
better?
not trying to say that anything is better. I'm talking about when it comes to friendships thriving, it comes down to loyalty.
Yeah,
it don't come down to gender.
Yeah.
That's the point that I'm making.
On the flip side, I think that like when it comes to like friendship, there is a slight disparity. Like I feel like with females anyways, they're too quick to call someone their friend. Like they could like literally
buy you
link
McDonald's,
up
that's my guy.
And like, oh sis, like I'm big, don't sis me, please. Don't sis me.
Alright,
Like,
sis.
no, literally, like they're so quick to call a girl her sis because they had a lit time at a party and stuff like that. Whereas a guy is more likely to call a guy his bro because he pulled him out of like a sticky situation or he backed him for a certain thing. Do you know what I mean? But other females are so quick to do the whole sis thing.
Yeah.
And because the foundation is weak. So they're so quick, like any little thing, they're so quick to put out each other's business or say this or say that. Hence why, in my personal opinion, from what I've seen, female friendships don't last as long. I can't really talk for myself because I've got friends that I've known since I was 6, but the tendency is that female friendships don't last as long as male friendships because they've got a stronger foundation there. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
That was kind of my point. That's what I was trying to say.
No, but I could see it from both sides. Okay. Yeah.
But do you know what it is as well, yeah? You see the generation that we're living in now, yeah? It's not like 10 years ago where we'd knock off each other and chill on the block or
Good old
something like
days.
that, or go for a bike ride, or go
Community
play
spirit's a
knockdown
lot
ginger.
less.
You
That's
see,
true.
in this day and age, everything is done for image, These girls are on social media.
Good-looking friends.
Friending up people, because of how they look and what they've got. You see, when you're going and you're looking for friendships with an intention like that, it's not going to be genuine.
I'd like some ugly friends with loyalty. That would be nice.
You know what my friend once said to me?
You got to be careful.
And I don't know if I should take this as insult or whatever. She says she keeps ugly friends around her so she looks pretty.
She ain't your friend.
Yeah,
She ain't your fucking friend.
I'm like, hang on a minute.
And that's it. You see her, she ain't no one's friend.
no,
Because
me
you
and her
see
don't talk now. She's
any
a bad
bitch that I got around me, you got to be looking pretty. Like, you see, if we're going out and
That's the
I
same
feel
thing
like,
as-
and I
Yeah,
feel
but
like,
what if she's-
but
what if
just
she's
hear
ugly?
me, yeah? You see, if I'm going out with someone, and I feel like, well, you don't look up to scratch, I will give you something to make you look up to scratch. I'm not going to have you around me looking like a tramp so I can look like I've got more than you or I can look better than you. It doesn't make us all look like we're winning. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
This
the
is
women
why.
need to
you know
wealth
what I mean?
This is why
distributed,
men
yeah.
friendships last longer, because I feel like, in terms of guys, I'm not gonna lie, they just take their boys how they are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you said that to your friend, we're so emotional. They'd probably take that personal, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
There's
because we're
no
all full
logic
of
there.
emotions, like men, they just take each other out. That's my G from day, like, do you know
He
what I'm
wears
saying?
slides but it's
It
fine.
doesn't matter.
Do you know what,
It doesn't matter if his glasses are this big. That's my boy. Do you know what I'm
Do you
saying?
know what? I had this problem the other day as well. Like when I met up with my good friend, two of them pulled up to my house, and one of them saying, "Oh, why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me?" It's not even that I don't like you. The reason why you feel like that is because you haven't seen me for years. And the reason why you haven't seen me for years is because I don't condone the way you live your life. And if I'm telling you to fix up and I'm telling you how to better your situation and you're not heeding it, the only thing I can do is to take myself from the situation, because I'm not going to have you drag me down with you. Like, no,
Can I just go off with that? Sorry, babe. That's so true, because I've been in situations whereby, and this is how I knew I had to move on, is if your girls are always saying Porsche thinks she's too nice, this person thinks she's too good,
They're
or this
haters.
person is
Haters.
it's not even hating.
Insecurity.
It's
No,
not even
that's
just hating.
hating.
No, it's not even just hating.
That's
It's just the fact
insecurity.
that, it's projection. For me personally, they've seen that you're not moving the same way they're moving and stuff like that. So let's just say, for instance, 21-year-old Porsche or whatever, I wasn't naive in the sense that, okay, cool, she could be doing her stuff, but I'm not doing it, but people are going to look in and think, okay, cool, like Porsche's chilling with all these girls, etc., etc. When I got common sense and stuff like that, and I was just like, no, I can't be chilling with these girls, or I could tell them to move better. They started turning on me in the sense of, like, Porsche, she's so judgmental. Porsche thinks she's so nice. Or Porsche thinks she's bougie. No, you think I'm all of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just telling you, like, listen, like, we have to move, like, you have to move better. Do you know what I mean? We can't be doing all of these stuff. Like, it's going to catch up with you, sort of thing. So for me personally, that's the sign that you have to move on.
That inferiority complex,
100%.
innit?
I was going to say the same thing, but it's basically just outgrowing friendships. Sometimes nothing even has to happen, but sometimes you just outgrow friendships. Like, as I've grown older, there's just certain people that, like, we just don't have stuff in common anymore. I'm like in a different place. Sometimes when I'm around them, I just lose brain cells. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, do you know what I mean? Obviously, there's nothing wrong with you. Listen, I still have love for you.
I don't
Do
think
you know what I
think
mean?
sometimes-
But I've just outgrown the friendship. I
As
don't know.
humans, and I think in this society as well, we hold on to things too long. I mean, if you look at it in terms of like how media is set, everything is about together with friendship. You have to be in a relationship. You have to be in friendship groups. It's not really cool. It's not really seen to be cool to be in your own lane or on your own. You have to kind of go with the crowd.
Can I just
So
add
like kind of
as
letting
well?
people go. I think we need to be more confident in letting things run their course.
Can
Like,
I just
if
add
it comes, it comes.
as
If it goes,
well,
it goes.
just so we don't seem like we're talking down on people, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are better than the other person.
Yeah, you're just not on the same
you just need to
wavelength.
acknowledge the fact that, okay, cool, I'm in this path right now, you're on that path at this moment in
Yeah.
time. Like, we're just doing
You're
two
a
separate
chicken
things.
drummer. I'm a turkey dinosaur.
Do you know another thing to say, you know, in terms of me saying that men, their friendships thrive more than females, I feel like men, in terms of their friendship groups, they know how to play their role. Everyone knows how to
Touche.
play their role inside
Girls
the
tend
group.
to fight more for their
girls
position.
It's like, if you're doing better, it's like a competition. Whereas men, they know how to play their role. Oh, you want to do this? Okay, I'm gonna have to get the business. I'm gonna do the manager. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Men know how to play their role. Females,
Too many
always,
Beyonces.
yes, everyone's
Not
trying to be
enough Michelle.
But on the flip side, just to like shake the table a bit, what about that whole joint enterprise thing? Is that what it's called? Do you know,
Yeah,
like
joint
when,
enterprise,
let's just say, for instance,
One man
all that no
commit crime.
snitching thing.
Yeah.
Because I know I mean, I don't know about amongst females and stuff like that, but if a female, let's just say for instance, we were both to go to court, me and you, whatever.
You did it.
It depends on what females you're around. Because you see some of these girls, they come from the same places as these guys and they're not going to snitch. But
even it's a good thing, though. Do you think that's a good thing?
To be honest, if you don't get yourself put in them situations, then you're out.
You have to live by rules if you're playing by certain rules. If you're not from there and crime affects you, then the rules are different.
Do you think the guy is bringing down his friends by allowing them to follow these codes? So let's just say, for instance, my man is innocent. Like he just came to drop off a PlayStation pad, and then he was brought into the situation.
Well, then that's
different. That's different. Then that person. The person who's brought them into that has to take responsibility and accountability, and then you will know if that's your friend or not.
Like for me, if my friend went to court for something that I did, I wouldn't want to see my friend go down for that, and I feel like I'd come forward.
I think
do you know what?
sensitive to that.
Do you know what? This is what deep is, yeah? When I was younger, we all got arrested. Me and a couple of my friends.
Allegedly.
There were girls. No, this isn't alleged. This is real shit.
This is on public record.
No, this was youth court.
And then she will fuck you up in tape, bro.
This was youth court, yeah? We all got done for burglary, yeah? And all I said was, rah, I thought it was my man's yard.
Wait, what? You was climbing into somebody's window, you thought they lived there?
The man said to me, the man said to all of us, not even just me, to all of us, yeah.
So at what
I got a free yard. My mum's on holiday, but we got to climb through the window. If you're 15, no. But if you're 15, why does that sound like it couldn't be plausible?
Why do you climb through windows? There's a front door.
Because when you're 15, and
friendship group.
Exactly. Thank you. My friendship group.
At 15, you were studying for GCSE, so I'm assuming you have common sense. At what point?
At 15,
different lifestyles, babe.
Hold on.
At 15 years old, let me just tell you something. Yeah, you see, at 15 years old, a lot of my friends didn't even go to school. They weren't studying for their GCSE.
I got kicked out at 15 too.
At 15 years old, a lot of my friends were going crunch.
But you telling me, at no point did you think, having to climb in the window, that's it, you can...
No, because you're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
I'm hearing you, that's why I'm asking the question.
My brethren said to us, like, right, yeah, my mum's on holiday, innit? I'm staying with my nan. She's locked the door, but I've got a free yard. You can go in through the window. Yeah?
That didn't sound dodgy to you.
Guys get arrested?
Why did we? Because it weren't his yard, fam. They lied. That's why we got arrested.
But she wouldn't think anything of it because your friends telling you this.
Exactly. If my friend's thinking, this is my yard.
If you told me at 15 I had to cut, I'd be like, listen, I'm gonna...
I wouldn't be
climbing
like
heights,
I might allow it.
First and foremost. Yeah.
But then it goes back to the fact that that's the norm for certain people. Like their friendship
I can understand that.
No, but it's like when we all got arrested in that, like, I don't know what they said to the police because they all got birded. But what I said to the police was,
Did you point the fingers?
They was having bleach fights and everything, yeah. But I said, look, my friend, he said it was his house and that.
Wait, you did that? Say it was his nan's house. You meant having bleach fights in somebody's nan's house?
No, he said it was his mum's house.
But then you said it was his nan's house, and the story's inconsistent now.
No,
and his nan
he said he was staying at his nan's house.
Okay, guys, so do you find, because I feel like, I don't know if it's just me or if I'm just making things up, whatever, but do you find like people who like come from like the hood and that, their friendship, their friendship's different in comparison from people.
We call it hood
you know what I mean?
love.
I find like they're a bit more tighter. They've got more of that family sort of.
Because you know what?
I think it's more volatile.
I'll give you another example.
Okay.
My brethren.
Hold
on. My brethren the other day, like she was having problems with her ting, innit? And she was livid. She was like, listen, I'm gonna go mash her works, yeah? Allegedly, yeah?
Can't confirm or deny these allegations.
She's saying like, look, what? Will you drive me there? I'm saying, look.
Did you drive her there?
Wait.
Allegedly. You climbed through the window again, didn't you? Jesus Christ.
I'm saying, look, yeah, it's not a good idea. You see, for you to go and do that, yeah, it's wrong. Personally, me, I wouldn't waste my energy. However, you see where you are, I've been there, and I've probably done worse. So I don't condone it, but if you're gonna go anywhere, then hell yeah, I'm gonna come with you.
So you climb through the window
No, we
again?
didn't climb through the window.
It's the same
We didn't climb
instance,
through the
though.
window. No, because this
I'm
is what I'm
sorry.
saying. I'm telling her what you're doing is wrong, but if you still need me to support you in your hurt,
So you supported her in her wrongs?
No, because you didn't
what
go.
she's trying to do is be a friend, innit? Regardless of your friend. Okay, so I'm just trying. I'm playing devil's advocate here. If your friends fuckeries and your friends are cunt or whatever, just because they're that way doesn't mean you don't love them and won't still have your back.
I'm gonna love you from a distance. Do you think I'm going to drive you to Oot Out, man? You're mad. I'm gonna tell you just bring
it back to the question I asked before about those in the hood and those outside the hood, because I genuinely do believe the loyalty, the level of loyalty of those in the hood
and the volatility
is a lot more. Unless I'm missing
people in the hood
something.
snake each other all the time.
But in comparison, let's just put
hungry.
No,
It's hungry as hell.
Yeah,
but let's just put like middle class kids.
kids.
But let's just put like middle class
And it
kids,
kills them.
or just people who ain't even about that life yet, in the same position as those who are like literally from the slums, whatever. I feel like they're more likely to out their friends than someone who's in. Do you know what I mean? Because they've got that.
There's always going to be that G code. There's just, I feel like there's just certain, when you're from somewhere, there's just certain values that are just instilled in you. It's not even like, it's unspoken. It's not something that you speak about. That it's just, you have to do.
It's innate, isn't it? There's different parameters of friendship through the classes. So to compare it, it's like chalk and cheese.
Yeah, 100%.
See, my thing about friendship groups is, so I'm almost going to contradict myself here, right? So I do believe birds of a feather flock together kind of thing, but however, at the same time, just like me, my friends were a certain way and I was never like that. However, when you think about everything in this world, it's all about energy. So even if you are very solid as a person and you've got maybe a friend that's toxic, a bit loose, or whatever the situation may be, or it doesn't even necessarily need to be for negative, you could get friends that are entrepreneurs, financially stable, yada yada. Those things rub off on you as people.
Do you know why you're contradicting yourself? No, do you know why you're contradicting?
I know why I'm contradicting myself.
Because you was the one that said you used to go out with your friend and she used to go out to just a Boops man. So you two, was you out?
Boops in man.
Boops in man.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I don't think birds of a feather flock together. I think vulnerable and easily led people flock together. Because I've been around some wild and wickedness that I have not partook in. But if you are easily led, you lack a foundation, you're not sure of who you are, you then try to assimilate to your environment, which then means you pick up the behaviours of the people you're around. But as I said, I've been into some wildness.
You know
and
what's so funny about this conversation is we've always been the bigger person and we've always been around the people
who are doing the fuckery. We're just like, no, I'm good.
Do we ever take accountability for the times whereby we've been the bad influence or we've been the person who's been, do you know what I mean?
hold my hands up.
I can see that.
I started the fight.
You were walking bad
One time
influence.
the other girls, it was me that started it.
I could believe that. You man was starting out one of the rounds and taking you defending the belt, and I can see that shit.
No,
I've definitely been a bad influence at certain points.
Yeah, I'm
but
a
it's
bad
because I
influence as
didn't
well.
know any better. So I'm like, yeah, God, I dare you, like, jump out the window right now. Like, we used to get detention and jump out the window, but it was never at harm. I think when you become a bad influence is when you are knowingly encouraging somebody to do something that's going to be detrimental to their health, well-being, or their financial or personal circumstances.
I'm more the person that even if I'm doing something bad, like, because I love my friends, if I feel like sometimes just like, no, like, do you know what I mean?
Like, my friends
especially if I know if I know that and you're trying to do something I'm trying to do, and I know you're not that person, I'd be like, listen, don't do it.
So if your friends try to start rapping like LV now, you're like, listen, big man, you ain't LV, innit? There's no doja out here.
No, I'd support that.
I've been guilty in the past, or I've got different friendship groups, and there's a particular set of, I love them to bits, I've got a particular set of friendship group that will hold me accountable to a lot of things.
Love that.
You know what I mean? And I think, like, I owe them a lot, like, because of them, like, they've helped me, like, grow, whatever, etc., etc. But let's just say, for instance, if I post a certain picture on Instagram, like, Porsche, like, that's a bit revealing. Before, when I wasn't happy to hear, like, all of that, I'd be like, oh, you lot are so judgmental. You lot are so this.
You became...
I was those people. And then after a while, I'll be like, oh, do you know what? Like, they're right. So you guys will see me hide a lot of photos here and there and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, so I'm so grateful to have those sort of people in my life. But at the same time, I've been that person that someone's looked up to as well, whereby they've been like, oh, like, Porsche, do you know what? And they've said it with their, like, I don't want to say it again because it just seems bit sneaky and cheesy to say what they've exactly said and stuff like that, but I just know that I've helped them in certain ways just by being myself. You never know who's watching.
You're a great example of the
100%.
fact the better relationship you have with yourself, the better friendships you have, because you're now able to receive constructive criticism that betters you and your position. You see what I mean? Because I can say to somebody like my best friend that holds me accountable for everything, and I trust her word. So she can say to me, listen, you are fucking up right now. And I'm taking it in the place of, listen, you see my potential and you know that I'm not gravitating there. Whereas a lesser Remy would have been like, big man, don't talk to me like that. So I'm saying to you, so you are a testament to the fact that the more work you do on yourself, the better, more productive friendships you have.
I still got a lot of work to do. I still got my church people blocked, but...
Oh, damn. Oh, my God.
But yeah, there is still always room for progress and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, just to bring it back to what I said in the beginning, your friendships definitely set the norm. They set the standards and they show you what's achievable as well.
However, I'm going to touch on this because everybody doesn't want to mention his name. But okay, let's talk about Dutch. Now,
what is in the language, the place? Amsterdam? We can talk about Amsterdam. There's some good
we're talking about Dutchavelli, the rapper, right?
I don't think we should touch on that.
Well, that's your business. I want to touch on it.
No, because there's a legal ramification that comes with that. None of us know facts. I mean, I don't agree with it,
Let me state my point. Okay?
All right.
So, when it comes to the situation with Dutch, now, first of all, the names that he's being called, we have to be very sensitive of something being put out there, not being... It's an allegation and not being proven to be called a certain name, especially something like a paedophile or a groomer or something. That is a nonce. That is a massive stigma. Now, a lot of other rappers and people are getting onto other rappers for not saying things, you know, the Skepta situation and all that. Everybody's falling onto the friendship group of Dutch and saying, why I don't know that. And then are we going to start looking at all these rappers like they're Dutchavelli? So we need to take in consideration about our friendship groups and how we put things out there about people, for one, without evidence of things. Do we tar everybody with the same brush? You can't really do that because everybody's their own individual. And that's what I want to say on the Dutch. I'm not going to go into
Dutch, but the whole GB, what's his name? GBK? His name GBK?
That sounds like Gourmet Burger Kitchen.
Yeah, Gourmet Burger Kitchen.
What's his name? He just got sentenced
Solo
with the 35. His sentence just got increased.
Solo for 5.
What did I call him?
You couldn't Gourmet Burger Kitchen.
I really hope that's not somebody. If your name's GBK,
no, that's a burger place.
Yeah, go on.
Whatever. Yeah, like him. His one is like facts. Like,
and he had a lot of rapper friends.
Yeah, and I don't think any of them spoke out at all.
Again, they're sitting here saying, "Oh, yeah, you know, your friends do determine who you are."
Do they need to speak out?
No, they don't.
No, but what I'm saying is, us girls get judged so much by our friend being a hoe, having an OnlyFans, this and other. But when it comes to situations like this, do we have to be very mindful that we don't judge people on the groups that they've got as friendship groups? Because one, the stigma on Dutch, I don't want any other rapper to be getting that, for one. And two, do we look at all the other rappers like that?
Look, the thing you got to think about is, right, R. Kelly, everybody knew he was boxing up young girls. Everybody knew. Everybody in the circle.
They all enabled it.
Jimmy Savile, everybody knew. But the fact of the matter is, everybody's their own business. Everybody's their own enterprise. Everybody is worried about their own image. Nobody's going to step forward and say, oh, shit, I did see him do that, you know. Because at the end of the day, they understand the implication that's going to have on their business.
Yeah, but a lot of rappers are being called out.
That's cool, but to hold them accountable for what another man has done, unless they have facilitated said act, you have to let them go and do that shit.
What, his friends? Yeah.
I'm just saying, anyway, we're going to wrap up, girls, but I just wanted to touch on that, of how we need to be mindful of grouping people together. I personally, I'm going to wrap up first with me.
Can I ask you a question, just quickly? Because I heard this, because I booked tickets to go Afro Nation. Apparently all girls that go Afro Nation are hoes. Is this true? Because I don't want to be a hoe.
Well, you can't so you'll find out.
Because you invited me, bitch.
I'm not going to Afro Nation.
We're all going. We're all going, first of all. But you heard that everyone was hoes, that's where you're going.
I know which one of your whole friends invited you.
She's coming to see hoes. So yeah.
Let me bring you back home.
Listen, I love a good garden utensil. I don't know what you're referring to.
Okay, so to wrap this up, does your friendship group have a major impact on your life? Starting with you, King Rems.
I think it depends on the type of person you are. If you're a person who understands your foundation and you understand your own self-values, then it doesn't determine who you are, but it does add and accentuate certain aspects of your being.
Nice one. Lara?
I definitely think it does have an impact. I think it can influence you in some ways, but like Remy said, I don't think it determines who you are as a person. I think you need to figure out who you are, and then nothing else should influence you, to be honest.
Fantastic. Portia?
Whilst I do believe you do need to have your own mind and stuff like that, I do believe it heavily influences your life trajectory. Like, I've said this throughout the whole episode, they set the tone, they set the standard, they set the norms. It's true, because they normalise what's acceptable around you. If you're hanging around loads of hoes, like, I'm sorry to say, you are the fifth hoe in that circle.
Oh shit, this affirmation shit ain't gonna go well.
No. Likewise, if a guy is hanging around with loads of broke guys, he is the fifth broke guy in that circle.
Well, he might be the boss.
If they are his friends, if they are his friends, and stuff like that, and they're sat around doing nothing all day, I'm sorry, they've normalised that behaviour. They're not holding you accountable to anything.
Yeah, but just because they've normalised it doesn't mean you don't take it on. Because I have lazy
I'm not
friends.
saying take it on. That's why I said I appreciate the fact that you need to be strong in yourself and not heavily influenced.
Like, having friends who invest, having friends who are centered, it influences you, but you have to have it within yourself. Because you can't take a horse to water and make it drink. So you could have all your friends around you have master's degrees, but if you haven't got it in there and in here, you ain't gonna have it. So it doesn't matter. You could have the littest friendship group.
Girl, let's not skate over the fact that your friends set the tone in it. Like,
so we're all gonna be hoes in affirmation.
Talk for yourself.
Okay, Iysh, and does your friendship groups have a major impact on your life?
It did.
She climbed through the fucking window.
No, at one point it did, innit? Because I was young and I was looking for excitement, but I'm calming it down now. So personally, now I'm just a very selfish person. I don't have time for people who are beneath me, and I just live my life to please myself and nobody else. So listen, I didn't come into this world with no friends, you know, and I could go out with them, but I don't think I will. So yeah, no, the answer to that question is no.
Fair enough. Well, this was an interesting episode. My take on it is your friendship groups, positive or negative. My thing is, roll with people that are smart, that are financially viable and stable, and has good business acumen. Because again, that even if something's going to rub off on you, at least it's positivity that's rubbing off on you.
Also, can I just say, that you see, if you are the most popping in the room, you're in the wrong room.
If you're the smartest in the room,
That's
well, if you're the
true.
smartest in every room, because in some occasions you do step into the room and you are somebody who is the most affluent and the most smart. But if you're the smartest in every single room you go
in the wrong
bang.
rooms. You need to be in a room where you're the smallest. If you can't learn from the people that are around you, then you should just be on your own.
Not really, because sometimes the gift you're given is to empower others.
Very true.
Okay then,
but you can't be in every room. If you're going into 10 rooms a day and you're the smartest in 10 rooms, that's a problem.
I'm not gonna have no one suck my good energy. Sorry.
Nah, it's not about that. It's wider than that. But I see your point. But anyway, do your thing.
Anyway, we out. This was an interesting episode. I love you guys. You're gonna stay in my friendship group because you give me positivity. And like, comment, and share. We out.
Baby, I know you're